In the late 1980s, the border between Texas and Mexico became the setting for one of the most unnerving true stories ever told. It began in 1989, when a group of American college students traveled to South Texas for spring break. Like so many before them, they were seeking sunshine, music, and adventure. But for one student named Mark Kilroy, his trip would lead into something far more sinister than anyone could have imagined. Mark was last seen near the border town of Matamoros, Mexico. One moment he was walking back toward friends after a night out. The next he seemed to vanish into the shadows of the crowded streets. His disappearance drew attention almost immediately, yet no one could fathom the chilling forces that had taken him. What followed shocked investigators on both sides of the border. While searching for clues, authorities uncovered a hidden world operating in the remote countryside, outside Matamoros. A ranch, isolated, surrounded by desolate fields, became the center of the mystery. Inside, authorities found evidence of rituals tied to a dangerous cult that mixed superstition, crime, and a craving for power. This cult was led by Adolfo de Jesus Constanzo, a figure who many came to describe as magnetic and terrifying. To his followers, he was not just a man, but a kind of spiritual master, someone they believed could shield them from harm and grant them control over their enemies. His blend of charisma and fear bound his followers tightly, convincing them to carry out acts that went far beyond ordinary belief. The ranch soon revealed secrets too unsettling to ignore. Altars, ritual objects, and signs of strange ceremonies carried out under the cover of night. Investigators began to realize that Mark Kilroy's disappearance was no random event. He had become entangled in something calculated and dark, a group that believed sacrifice and secrecy could bring them invincibility. Constanzo's followers obeyed him without question. They believed his promises, believing that by pleasing unseen forces, they could continue their criminal empire without ever facing consequences. For them, the rituals weren't symbolic. They were real, binding acts meant to feed the power they thought protected them. But the ranch couldn't stay hidden forever. As police closed in, the cult's once unshakable leader lost control. In the end, his reign of fear collapsed in chaos. Some followers were captured, others faced their own grim fates. The world learned the horrifying truth of what had been happening in the borderlands, a reality more chilling than the darkest film could portray. To this day, the story of Mark Kilroy and the Matamoros cult lingers as a shadow over the region. The ranch is long abandoned, but locals still whisper about the strange energy left behind. Many say the air there feels heavy, as if the land itself remembers. The 2007 film Borderland only scratches the surface of the true story. What actually happened was not just a crime, but the creation of a nightmare, where belief, fear, and power fused together in ways that remain difficult to comprehend. And it all began with a young man who thought he was on a simple spring break trip, stepping unknowingly into the grip of a darkness that still haunts the border to this day.